there is a lot of competition are there in journalism right now. So how you see the competition?
I don't believe in competition. I believe in collaborations. Another term that I came up during the COVID period when I started Digipreneur, competition is not the key.
Hello everyone, my name is Panisha Puri. Welcome to our channel. And today we have with us Devika Mehta. In this episode, we will get to know more about her journey, how she started her career as a journalist, what were the challenges, and how she overcome all these challenges. And also, we'll get to know how she started her business in lockdown. So stay tuned with us and let's welcome Devika Mehta.
So, my name is Devika Mehta, and I have been a journalist for the last 14 years. Started with Z News, then worked with Bhaskar and Jagran, then Microsoft News. Also stayed in Los Angeles for 2 years, did reporting there, came back, and now I'm working with Dainik Jagran again. So I'm working with Vishwas News. That's the fact-checking wing of Dainik Jagran. And I just joined. It's like a month now. So COVID time, I also started my a little startup called DDGpreneur. So did some entrepreneurship work there, learned some skills, and it was an amazing journey. So last 14 years, every 2-3 years, I think I'm upskilling myself.
Let's go back to our college days, like how you have started. So do you have that interest in your mind that you wanted to become a journalist, or you develop that passion later?
I actually, I was in a little deadlock situation while I was in college. So I was pursuing my Bachelor's of Commerce. And at the end of that, my father said that, why don't you do MBA? Mas, aap BCom kar rahe ho, so why don't you go for MBA? And I was like, somehow I was not very comfortable with the 10 to 7 and 9 to 6 job. I wanted to try something different. And then I came across a professor. He was from my college. So he said that your personality fits for the journalism role. Somehow the way you speak, the way you communicate. And my English is also good. I won't say it's extremely good, but it's good. So he told me, he put that idea in my mind and my mother's mind.
It's like when we start doing journalism, there are a lot of options. Like when you start doing your journalism, you can be a content writer, reporter, or anchor, voiceover artist. So there are a lot of confusion when you get into a course, and then you get to know like what should we do next. So how you decided that you want to do a particular job role, and if or you tried all of them or something like that?
When I went for this Makhanlal entrance and I cleared it, so there were different courses. It was mass communication was there, then electronic media was there, then broadcast journalism was there. And of course, because I had no connections, no networks till that time from journalism industry, so I thought anchoring looks good, but reporting also looks good. Somehow I'll be able to come on screen, and that power of being a journalist attracted me towards that particular course. So I pursued Masters of Arts in Broadcast Journalism, and I studied anchoring and camera handling, reporting, and all those things. Also, during my semester breaks, somehow reporting gained my interest. I liked reporting.
What do you like about your job?
When I say reporting, I have always liked interacting with people, strangers, moreover strangers, if I say, because I personally feel that everyone has a story to tell. Everyone. So it's not that only the high profile personalities they have achieved something, so probably we need to cover them. No, I personally feel that everyone has some special skill set which can be covered. So during COVID time, I had lots of time on my hands. So I started few segments covering ladies in my vicinity. It runs by the name of Awe, a woman for a woman. And I take interviews of women. So I like interacting with people.
Is there any challenge you didn't like about your job, or you feel like it is something that we could change in my job?
For me, building contacts was one of the major challenges in the beginning because I was a very protected child. So till the age of 22, I was very protected. I was very pampered, very protected. Now suddenly I'm out of home. I have to probably travel to different cities or to different sections of a city, and uh, traveling was a major issue with me then. That I have to travel, I have to go out of the my comfort zone basically. So that was initially a big challenge, but now it is not. Networking is an art, and it is the actual requirement of today. Everyone needs to network.
Right.
So it is one of the skills that probably the freshers need to develop. Uh, as they are in the college, as they are in the universities, they need to develop that art.
I would like to know about your first job now. When you get your first job, what was your expectations and how you fulfill that expectation of yours?
Um, the first job was znews.com, and I never wanted to go back home. When I came out of Kanpur, I was like, now I'm out of Kanpur. I will never go back. So money was never an expectation for me, to be honest. I am never too ambitious in terms of money, the pay range and the earning thing. Uh, it has always come. So uh, that saying goes, na, if you work hard enough, the money will come. If you run after money, it will not come to you. If you just run after work, money will come to you. Post that, when I felt that probably my experience at Z was getting stale, I was not able to learn. So that time I was a little temperamental. That was one of the challenges that I faced with my own nature. So I left Z and I went to Bhaskar. And again, there I learned new things. Meanwhile, I got married and I had a baby. So Jagran and Bhaskar happened that time. Uh, in between, I shifted to content when I had my baby. So for 1 year, I shifted to content because it was a little relaxing. So I shifted to there was a corporate job with on contract with Sharda University. So the website which you see, I have some role to build it in.
Right.
So I have done some corporate content writing over there. Other than that, there were other 2, 3 companies with which I worked, some blog and publishing companies. So then when I finally, my daughter was 1 year old and I got settled, and then I joined News Nation. So with News Nation, again, my journey has always been mostly digital. And with News Nation, I was working as a chief sub editor, and again, the website and CMS and updating Google Analytics. There was so much to learn. So my startup is named DDGpreneur. It's Devika Digipreneur. It's still a startup. It's still in the budding stage.
Right.
So back in 2020, our work from home was going on during this COVID thing when it started. And uh, during 2020, May, I think, May 2020, Microsoft, the company, Berda Media India was my company, and MSN was my client. Microsoft was my client. So they were laying off many people.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I was also among them. There were like 150 employees were laid off the Film City area.
Okay.
And so money was not a problem because we had received so much amount from the company and stuff. But when I came to know about that we're being laid off, 2 days I went numb.
Right.
I was like, I've always worked as a employee. हमेशा नौकरी की है. तो अब क्या? वो जो कॉन्फिडेंस कि हम दूसरी नौकरी ढूंढ लेंगे, I'll find another job because it's COVID time, it's difficult. I was already hearing stories about people losing their businesses and stuff. So I got a little scared over there. So I just sat quiet for 2, 3 days and started again analyzing that what do I want to do? And that's when I thought of this idea that why not because I always wanted to interview people and I wanted to talk to them. So I had this idea in my mind that I want to work on some of the ladies in the vicinity because they had amazing potential,
Right.
but their digital skills lacked.
Right.
And I was good at that
Right.
because I've worked with other websites and digital was my whole thing. So I was pretty good at it. And I was like, let's help them out. Let's see what happens. So 1 month, so 1.5 month, I had no job. It was basically the notice period was going on, and there was no work pressure, so I was a little free. And I started. I made one client. So this is a yoga trainer in my society, and she had just 4 people coming to her before COVID, and online में तो वो 4 भी नहीं आ रहे थे.
Okay.
Then I talked to her. I was like, I want to I want to take this initiative of building your Facebook and Instagram page. And let me work digitally on you. Grooming आपका थोड़ा मतलब whatever I've learned in the last 12 years, that time it was 12 years
So
for
you
me.
observe and grab an opportunity.
I saw the need, I saw the adversity, and I created an opportunity out of it.
Right.
Uh, uh, I worked on that lady. That lady has around 85 clients today.
Oh,
And
okay.
she went to Vietnam. Just recently, so last month she went to
Right,
Vietnam
right,
and
right.
she taught many students there, as in many ladies there. So her guru was in Vietnam and he called her up to give trainings there. She
Oh,
had amazing 15 days in Vietnam, and her dream is to go to US and impart the same training.
there is a lot of competition are there in journalism right now. So how you see the competition?
I don't believe in competition. I believe in collaborations. Another term that I came up during the COVID period when I started Entrepreneur, competition is not the key. We have been forever told when we are children, पढ़ाई करो, marks लेके आओ. Others, some किसी और के 98 आ गए, आपके 95 कैसे आ गए?
True.
And I have also faced that during my childhood. I've seen, but competition takes you nowhere. It's collaboration which takes you everywhere.
Right.
Who you collaborate with. So if you want to build yourself, you need to build your network. You need to collaborate with them. You need to keep growing. Collaboration is the key. Competition is not the key anymore.
Right. Thank you, Devika, for joining us for this interview.
Thank you, Upanisha. It was lovely conversing with you and sharing my experiences. And I hope that I was able to impart some knowledge that I gained in the last 14 years to others. And you can always connect with me. You can probably share my LinkedIn profile. If anyone wants to connect with me, I'm more than happy to do so.
Sure, sure, sure. Thank you so much.